We're in the clouds this morning. It's about, let's see, I need to start. Okay, anyway. Yeah, it's about 7, I think. I mixed up my protein coffee and just ready to hit the trail today. Like 11 miles, I think, to the car. Sally's dragging butt this morning. Anyway, yeah, got like, so we got about 11 miles to the car. Come on, Sally girl. Come on, quit being a princess. But, yeah, just kind of been dreading. I know, like, the worst climb today is Kelly Knoll, but I know that's going to be the worst part of today, hopefully. So, you see, no view this morning at all. But, yeah, in the shelter I slept really good. I was just kind of worried, you know, Sally would be up moving around, disturbing Henry and Sarah, but she did pretty well. She got up once and she was startled by a mouse, like right after we all went to bed. Thankfully she didn't start barking or anything, but like wasn't too comforting to see a mouse running across the thing. But yeah, but I slept reasonably well. But for now it looks like most of the rain, at least for the short term, is passed by. So I don't know when the next rain thing will happen, but make the best of it. I mean, at least we're going to end up at the car today, so even if I get completely soaked, I do have to change clothes, so not too bad. Just trying to maintain my energy throughout the day and just see how far we can get. Well, I mean, we kind of don't have a choice, but it's kind of nice, just the wetness dripping from the trees and the fog. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of this, just like wet, muddy mess, because it has rained a good couple of really good showers last night and this morning. So alright, so back at the main trail, 0.13. But I will say, like, I'm glad I stayed in the shelter. I can't imagine dealing with the wet tent again this morning and just everything being wet. I can't even imagine. So I'm definitely grateful for the shelter. But yeah, it was nice meeting Henry and Sarah. They're some really nice. So definitely nice to have some bunk mates other than mice. Or mouse. I saw one, so we'll just keep going down the trail. See what we see today. It is cooler today, I guess because of the rain. Oh, and I'll update. I checked my watch. It's a little before 7. It's like 6:50 or something. So, got a pretty early start this morning. It seemed to start raining pretty good there, so I broke out the umbrella. So y'all can't see it, but there's a nice flowing source right here. This is at 0.3. So I wonder if usually there's a view here. This is at 0.43. Big rock wall. also a campsite here at 1.49. I don't think I would want to hang a hammock here, because I guess you could between this tree and this tree, but there's poison ivy on that one and this one over here. Definitely tent friendly. Yeah, this, I don't know. Definitely tent friendly. It's nice and sheltered. So apparently water is down that way. I'm guessing over here is like a campsite. This is at 1.83. Oh yeah, it's a nice little campsite. Nice fire ring too. You got several places for tents down here, to right here, back there. It's nice. Back on the main trail, 1.85. It just started pouring down. We just saw the sun a second ago. Splish splash, we're walking in the stream. This is giving me Cumberland Cumberland Gap flashbacks. Whew. Honestly, the cold water feels good on my feet, so I won't complain. First snack of the day, I want to have a protein cookie. Mm, 2.79 is campsite here. Definitely tent friendly. How you doing, Sarah? How you doing? Hey, Mama, I'm soaking wet. There's a nice campsite. Definitely tent friendly. That seems to be a theme. Yeah, swag of the Blue Ridge. Stealing signs. So it looks like there's a few. So this is at 3.67. So there's our little campsite there. And nice bigger campsite back here. Nice little flat spot there. Fire ring. This is pretty nice. It was time to delayer. Hopefully it don't start pouring down again, but it was nice just to have the jacket off for a little bit. Well, it's nice seeing the sun, and I just checked the radar and there's another pretty heavy thunder shower headed right behind us, so probably have to don the rain gear again. But it's been nice to be without it for a little bit. Oh God, that's a big spider web. Oh, I didn't need that. Seems like a nice little rest spot. Top of this climb. 4.42. Man, this is just so pretty and green. And just a note for snacks. I've started on my first pack of electrolyte energy gummy things. That's the Pro Bar or whatever, the Bolt energy chews. Pink lemonade flavor. A little wet. The trail turned into a creek. Pretty sure that ain't normal. See, where's the trail go? So here's like a camping area. Of course, it looks like you wouldn't want to be here in heavy rain. 4.82. But that's pretty deep. Camping. Oh, okay. So that's a camping trail. Water's down that way apparently. Oh, I'm sorry, Sal. So we're going to stay straight on the AT. Woo! Water's feeling a little cold now. I'm glad I invested in an umbrella. No rain jacket's going to hold up to this mess. Looks like maybe the trail maintainers have come through here and trimmed this back some. So thank you to the trail crews. It's awesome. Oh, that was slippery. I believe this is Addis Gap. I think we're leaving Trey Mountain Wilderness. So, all I know is this is like an old forestry road that's coming in diagonal here and going that way. I don't know that it's still in use, but I think according to far out, there's some campsites down that way. Seeing right there's a little campsite there. There's an even bigger campsite up here. Yeah, it's a half mile down to the water source from here. Jeez. That's a whole other hike. So this is at 5.68. It's right before the climb up Kelly Knob, or whatever it is, Double Spring Knob. I think the map showed Double Spring, but everybody like on YouTube said calls it Kelly Knob. So it's like 1,000 feet in a mile. It's going too terrible. I'm going too slow. I'm going to be huffing and puffing, and it's still raining. But we'll make it. It's only a mile, and this will be the worst climb between here and the car. And we're just under 6 miles to the car, so just make the best of it. But yeah, I mean, at least these sites, they're well drained. Well, other than that one, but those up there, I don't see any water standing. We'll walk over here and just kind of look at the campsite. You can see there's water standing in this lower one here, but all the rest of them look pretty dry, relatively speaking anyway, especially for as much rain as just came down. It's not bad at all. Yeah, obviously like the flatter spots are going to retain water, but overall it's not bad. And that one there drained really well. Anyway, start this climb. Oh, I've been dreading this. Because all the videos I watched, everybody was like, Kelly Knob, Kelly Knob, Kelly Knob. So, and the only other hike I think I've done where it's like 1,000 feet in a mile is Green Mountain and Middle Prong. And that was tough. So I figured this is going to take me about an hour or two to do because I'm slow and I'm already tired, so let's get it done. Let's see. Time note, it is 10:29, so it'll be interesting. I'm 5.7 to see how long it takes me to get to the top of this. Finally have to put the umbrella up. It's just dripping, it seems like right now. Let's check those mushrooms out. Whew. Man, what a climb. Now, I hope there's a view up here. I will say this hadn't been as bad as I kind of feared it would be. I don't know if that's just because I was expecting it to be a lot steeper, or if I've just had my head down and not really paying attention that it is steep. But it's not kicking my butt too bad. But I am taking a lot of little mini breaks as I climb. Nice little rest spot here at 6.46. High route or low route? I think I'll go with the high route. Sally just went middle route. Whew. Oh, almost there. Oh, almost there. Oh, oh. Thank the Lord for that. I see sky ahead of me. That's a good thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, we did it, Sally. We made it to the top of Kelly Knob. Yeah. So this is the summit. Nice little campsite here. Actually, it'd be good for hammocks probably here. Yeah, so it's called Kelly Knob on Far Out, but you pull up Gaia and I guess it may be okay. So I guess this knob is Kelly, and then that there is Double Spring, but you don't go across it. Okay, whatever. Oh, gosh. Let's go down here and see if we got a view. So 6.69. It's 11:27. So I feel like it took me just under an hour. So that actually was a better time than what I thought I would make. Not so much of you right now. But I think I feel just relieved that knowing that we got that big climb out of the way. We got one more just past Deep Gap Shelter, but it's like maybe half of what we just did. So, and then it's mostly downhill to the car. So we got 4.13 miles, 617 feet between us and the car. But we will stop at Deep Gap Shelter, take a break, finish my coffee, give Sally a snack, and then we'll hit the trail. But we gotta get there. So we did it. We made it to Kelly Knob. It's a nice campsite there though, but I mean you'd have to haul water up from Addis Gap. So definitely make that climb a little harder. So we'll make our way to Deep Gap now. I don't know if I said what was that? I think it was 6.69 up to that top. So I will update something. Is my initial plan was to stop at Deep Gap for a break. Actually go to the shelter and check out the privy and all that stuff, but I was looking at far out, and I honestly didn't realize how far off the trail the shelter was. And it's like over a quarter mile, and I really just don't feel like adding any more to the day, so I think we'll probably just end up skipping that particular shelter area, so just for the sake of time and all that. But anyway, that's the updated plan. We may stop somewhere like a campsite or something if the sun comes out, but I don't know, I feel pretty good just to keep moving, because I'm kind of the type, like, if I stop for any kind of like lengthy period of time, it's like my legs just don't want to work. So, and I know we got that climb right past that gap, so honestly it may be in my best interest just to keep going, maybe stop it. I think there's supposed to be a viewpoint up on the whatever it is past the gap. I think there was a viewpoint, so maybe if the sun comes out or it's nice and not buggy, maybe we'll stop there, but we'll just wait and see. And the best part is, I just checked the radar. It don't look like there's any rain in our immediate vicinity. So that little bit of thunder we heard just a little bit ago, that was to our south. And a little bit bigger thunder cell to our south. So up here, thankfully, for at least the next probably couple hours or so, I guess, we should be without rain, hopefully. Oh man, look at all the ferns! So I will say, I think I just discovered a new feature on my phone after a year of having it, is I can actually drop points along like a path or whatever. So I may try that the next time I'm out, like on a shorter trip, where I can play with that and maybe try to drop like waypoints and stuff like that for like water or campsites and stuff like that. So we'll try that out and see how that works. But man, it's just, I really enjoyed Georgia, I will say. Like, even the sections I've done, you know, at other times of the year, like, it's just been really pretty. It's hard, no doubt it's hard, but it is really, really pretty. Because I honestly wasn't expecting to see so much like fauna or not fauna, flora and stuff. Just like all the different flowers and everything, and just all the green. I mean, I guess that is the one thing like you kind of miss when you avoid summer hiking and stuff, is you miss like when the forest is actually green. But so I really enjoyed it. It's really well marked. I feel like the campsites and the shelters are pretty well spaced. Yeah, so definitely recommend it, but it's definitely tough. Nice little rest spot here at 7.55. Right here, so you take a right here and go before it goes down to the Deep Gap shelter. And the water, it's a big tree. Anyway, this is at 7.56. We're gonna stay straight. I know, I was about to say 7.56 was to that where the shelter is. Or the side trail to the shelter. So at this point we've done 1,926 feet of climbing. According to my watch, we got 3.27 miles to go, 604 feet to climb. Most of that in this next chunk. But it looks like it would be like gradual, so maybe it won't kill us. I mean, I don't see a ton of dead trees, so it seems like it'd be good for making camp, especially like right over in there. Like I needed that. Whew. I will say, I think this is just as steep as Kelly Knob. If not steeper. At least it feels like it. There's the first like flowing water source. 7.87. Need some water? Need some water? Nice. So I made the top of this. 7.93. Sorry, 94. It changed right as I said. So that should be the last major climb. You could probably set up a tent here if you was desperate. I think we got one more, probably like 200-foot climb or something. But for the most part, we are done with the climb. Major climbing. And I'm grateful. I think we're probably about 5/8 of a mile from Powell Overlook. So hopefully the fog will kind of get out of the way and we can have a view and sit, maybe have a snack before we finish the downhill to the car. So I think there's one more uphill, but it's nothing like what we just did. To get to the overlook thing. One thing I will note is there is a ton more poison ivy on this side of the hill. Once we topped out that last like little hill, like there's just poison ivy everywhere. Definitely seems like the fog is mainly on the north side of the mountain. So I think we're approaching Powell Mountain. That's the overlook that we'll see we'll come up on. And hopefully get to sit and enjoy. As I need a snack. Sally needs a snack. We all need a snack. Please tell me that was the top of that. Oh, not quite. Oh, there's a view looking south. Oh, okay, so maybe this is the overlook. So we'll go up here and check this out. This is at 8.52. I think this is the Powell Mountain vista. We'll check it out. I have a feeling it may be worth it. I hope it's worth it. Boy, this is at least we'll be downhill going back. I'm surprised they're not camping up here. Oh, there is, never mind. Oh, don't tell me this is the vista. Don't be mean to me like that. Nice campsite though. This is at 8.58. We'll keep going down this way. Hopefully the vista's this way. And of course it's going to go downhill to the vista. Look at that. Oh yeah. Nice. I don't know what lake that is. So I can't take any more pictures with my phone because it just went stupid. So that's Lake Burton. And Highway 76, the road we came up on and were parked on at Dix Creek, is somewhere over that way. But I decided not to eat. I'm afraid of sitting too long. My muscles just ain't gonna want to go. And Sally just stopped in front of me for no apparent reason. Plus two, like, there's not much of a breeze right there and the bugs are kind of bad, so I just kind of want to get back up here to this campsite, at least on top of the bridge where there's a little bit of a breeze. But it's worth coming down here to see. I just take my phone kind of crapped out. Like, everything else is working. It's just I can't take, I guess my camera's just like, you've taken enough. Anyway. And well, just under 3 miles to the car. There's all kinds of life on this tree. These ants, whatever these things are. And then you got this ginormous snail that I just saw. And then you got this guy over here. So we just took a break up here in this campsite. I shared a protein thing with Sally. Just like protein, it's like a banana bread cookie thing. Before we make the final descent. I think one more climb. Here at the car. I think I'm ready. I'm ready for a shower. I'm a little dirty. So, anyway, we will hit the trail. I will say, when we were sitting here like having a snack, Sally quit now. The bugs are really kind of bad up here. I mean, it's not bad as long as there's a breeze, but if there was no breeze, I can only imagine just how bad that would be. But Anyway, we'll keep making our way. Oh, and I'll also note that I did finish my protein coffee finally. I was running out of steam and I was getting a little short-tempered, so I was getting a little hangry. I was pushing up these hills. It just got to me. I'm definitely glad I went up there and saw the view. It's worth a little extra effort. Alright, so we're back from the vista, back on the 8.71. So from this point, it's 2.28 to the car, according to my watch. So we will see. Also says only 180 feet, but I don't know. It's always those last mile or two that can get you when you're already tired. But, so I definitely enjoyed it. I'm definitely glad that I came out in the rain, because I don't think I could have done this if it had been 90-degree days. I just don't think I could have. I mean, could have done it probably, but I would have been miserable. And I can't even imagine how much I would have sweated. Oh, that's some crazy looking fungi. And one thing I will note is coming up Kelly Knob, there was horse flies. They got me a couple of times because I didn't know what it was. I just knew it hurt. But the couple that I stayed in shelter with last night, we've been like back and forth the last like 2.5 days. So I passed them, they passed me. But anyway, the guy called me. He's like, "Them horse flies were awful." So apparently that's what it was. So it might be something to just take note of. Anyway. Nice little rest spot for this next little climb. I don't show that it's going to be significant, but that looks significant to me. There's a little bit of water there. It's not necessarily flowing, but 8.95, you might could scoop it. That's nice little areas at 8.99. Oh man, I so wish the trail would be like this the rest of the way. That'd be nice. No. Leave it, Sally. So apparently they've rerouted the trail going up this way, because Gaia and my watch both show it coming like more straight down instead of like down and around. So that's why my watch has been beeping, because I was like, why is it telling me I'm off trail? Because I hadn't even really seen, like, you know, usually you can see where a trail's been rerouted, but I didn't even see it up there. So it's interesting. It's all good. And that also may be why my mileage has been off from what I routed, like, through the watch app and stuff. I mean, I've been using far out, and I would say probably far out's probably definitely more accurate. But, you know, the watch and Gaia both, neither one showed some of the reroutes, and I think that added mileage. So just know that, especially if you don't have far out and you're depending on lesser quality of mapping. So, which typically I wouldn't say it's lesser, but for as far as this goes, it's definitely been a little bit off. Definitely tell we're starting to drop because it's getting warmer. But these are some nice views in the wintertime. I wonder if the trail used to run across the top of the ridge. Guys, I was just looking at Gaia and it looks like the old trail was up more up the hill. Oh, it's starting to get hot. See, I wonder if that up there's the old trail. I was looking at the map, it looks like we're right near it. A big tree at 9.95. Assuming the trail goes right here. Yeah, we're at Moreland Gap. Yeah, so the trail does go that way, but maybe there's a campsite up here. This is at 10.06. Go, Sally. Oh, this is nice. Ah, spiderweb. Nice and grassy. Nice little fire ring here too. I definitely like this. I don't see a ton of dead trees or anything. You could definitely hammock hang probably between here and here. Yeah. Nice. I'll keep going down the trail. I didn't see where the old trail came down, but anyway, I'm back on the main path, 10.1. So apparently there's water. I hear it down there. Sally apparently wants to go check it out. I ain't. 10.22, but it is flowing. I hear it. It don't sound like it's down there too far. So this water source here at 10.38 is dry. There's always one last climb. Honestly, it kind of feels kind of nice. Gives my knee a break from the downhill. mile to the car. I tell you, these last, I think supposedly from Deep Gap Shelter, it's like 3.5 miles or something. This has been a long 3.5 miles. Like, I mean, that's what it's been, but man, it has been tiring. I mean, you're already tired by the time you get to Deep Gap, and then doing this last bit, and it's like, whew. But just grateful for the weather we had, because I mean, honestly, I don't think I could have asked for better. Maybe not the torrential downpour we had earlier, but honestly, I mean, it kept things cooler, because since the sun came out, it has really started to warm up. So here's looks like a dry water source at 10.48. And yeah, so I keep hearing things in the woods. Guess the sun come out, the bears might come out too. Sally, knock it off. But yeah, I really don't think I could have asked for better weather other than just the downpour. But another source is dry, 10.5. Yeah, it's just the shelters were reasonably nice. They were a little bit shallow, so I felt like if it was like a really blowing rain from the direction that it's open, you might get wet. And like in the shelter this morning, oh God, freaking, ow! I freaking hate spider webs. Sorry, I'm just like, I passed some day hikers a while ago, and I know the couple that I've been back and forth with, I think they're still ahead of me, so how is there a spider web right where I'm walking? But anyway, yeah, so like in the shelter this morning, there was like, my rain jacket seemed wetter than it was when I hung it there yesterday. So it'd be something to kind of consider, because there was a fair bit of moisture in the air with like the fog and stuff. And yeah, just was low gap. You know, the preview was a mess, but I did let my friend know, because she volunteers with the Georgia ATC and she's passed it on, so hopefully that'll get cleaned up soon. But I mean, overall, like, the campsite seemed nice. I hadn't seen a ton of dead trees in this section, so I definitely think it's probably more tent friendly, because most of the trees have poison ivy on them, unless you just want to play with poison ivy. But anyway, I'll start talking again once I get top of this climb. I tell you, I'm locked out. Which, I mean, that was my main concern, but I mean, I knew yesterday that I would not be able to make it to Deep Gap Shelter, because that was going to be like a 15.5 mile day, and I just didn't have that in me yesterday. And so I'm glad I did what I did, even though it made today longer. Like, I don't really, because I mean, I really didn't want to set up my tent. I didn't want to deal with that again. So yeah, so I think even if I did it again, I would still do it the same way. Just because, like, plus two, like, if you try to make it all the way to Deep Gap, like on the second day, you would be climbing 3 pretty good climbs in a day, and I just feel like that would be, it's doable, but it would be miserable, I feel like. But I say I really enjoyed it. I mean, Georgia is just gorgeous. It really. So I really don't think I would do anything different. The only thing gear-wise I would do different is I would probably bring my hammock and just bring a sleeping pad. That's our little campsite. This is at 10.69. It looks decent. Don't look too bad. Definitely, again, you know, more tent friendly. Looks like. Because, in all honesty, I mean, like, I take that back. So, like, I would bring a tent if it's going to be dry weather. Then I would probably be more apt to, like, camp at one of the campsites on top of, like, a mountain or something. Like Kelly Knob or whatever. But there's another water source that's dry, 10.71. Dang, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, and then, like, so if it was calling for rain, then I'd bring the hammock, but I'd also bring a sleeping pad. So that way, if I could get in the shelter, that's what I would do. Because just dealing with wet gear is not fun. It don't matter how experienced you are. But you make the best of it. But, I mean, overall, I mean, it's a great trip. You know, got to see some cool stuff. Got to have my butt kicked. But, and it's dog friendly. I mean, Sally didn't seem to have any problems. Did you? Sally, did you have fun? Did you have fun? Yeah. But anyway, that's all I've got. I mean, this is middle of July, so right now, like, a lot of the water sources are dry because it had been dry lately. I'm definitely glad for the rain because I feel like there could have been a potential for some of the sources I did get water from to be dry, which could have been a problem. But yeah, just, I mean, overall, like I really enjoyed it. But you know, this is my third section of Georgia. Got one more to go. I don't know when I'll get around to doing it, but they've all kicked my butt. You know, I mean, yeah, it's just they've all kicked my butt. Like, none of them's easy, but all of them have really great scenery. So I really can't complain. Like, I mean, you could probably do this as a beginner backpack, but just shorten up, like maybe get off at the Gap before Trey Mountain or something. Whatever the name of that gap was. You know, because there's different ways to shorten these sections and stuff to where, like, it's just not a sufferfest. Especially if you're bringing somebody out for the first time, you know, like, maybe give them the shelter experience or whatever. But, yeah. Super glad I got out, but I'm ready for the car. It's like, I feel like for the last, like, 2 miles or something, like, it just hasn't diminished any. It's like, dang it, I checked it like a half mile ago and it still says the same number. But I think it's just me being tired and just, like, knowing I'm probably covered in poison ivy and just being ready to get to the car. But anyway, we'll keep showing you all the way. Yeah. Whew. And it's gotten hotter since we've started dropping elevation too, so that's definitely not helped my cause any. But we should be under 5/8 of a mile, hopefully. 10.87. There's a nice little flow of water here. Bugs are kind of bad here though. It's a little like bench. This is at 10.93. It's cute. A nice little spot there. Relatively. There is a ton of mosquitoes in this area since we got close to this stream. It's just like Bugville. Whew. I'm glad I'm not going up that. I hear the road. So we are almost to Dix Creek Gap. I mean, they call this Dix Creek Gap, but like they always put the signs away from the actual gap. I'm assuming so they don't get stolen. But I don't know what that is. At this point, I don't really care. Well, it looks pretty. Looks like it'd be buggy though. Oh, I see the road. Maybe there's a campsite back there or something. Anyway, it's 11.25. We're almost there. Oh God, I'm tired. Sally, you tired? You tired? Yeah. I see the car. Oh my gosh. I'm exhausted. Can we go? Alright. Let's go, Sally. Let's go, go, go. Oh man. We did it, guys. We'll see y'all next time. Oh, next time. Sally's looking for the car.